My response to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know, if you're in Vietnam and want to know about business, actually, if you're anywhere and want to know about business, you might want to check out Tom Peng. He doesn't fuck around. Yeah, Tom Peng. He's A-okay. Peace.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. You may not know who this person is because maybe you are too young, but he's a famous Hollywood actor. He's famous for the movies Terminator, The Predator, Conan the Barbarian. These movies are maybe too old for some of my audience, but rest assured he's a very famous actor. You may be familiar with the line, "I'll be back" from the movie Terminator, and that's from Arnold. So Arnold had a lot of success in his lifetime, right? We only see the success that he has accomplished. He was a bodybuilding champion, Mr. Universe, for many times over. And then after that, he went into making movies. He became a big actor. And after that, he went into politics and he went to become the governor of California, the state of California in the United States. So in this video, in his speech, he talks about his secrets to success. And all we see is how much success he had over his lifetime. But in this video, he's going to talk about all the trials and tribulations that he had to go through to be where he is today. So without further ado, let's play this video and I will offer my comments to his comments.
People ask me all the time, what is the secret to success? And I always tell them, but the short version is, you gotta have a 22-inch biceps. And you got to be able to kill predators with your bare hands. And of course, you got to have this charming Austrian accent. That's a given. The long version is that I actually always had 5 rules. You don't need to be a bodybuilding champion. You don't need to want to be an action hero or anything like that. If you want to excel in whatever you do, those rules are for you. So the first rule is find your vision and follow it. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a vision, you just drift around. You're not going to be happy. I grew up after the Second World War. Austria, right along with Germany, lost the Second World War. There was, of course, depression. There was a terrible economic situation. I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to escape. And luckily, one day in school, I watched a documentary about America. I knew exactly that is where I wanted to end up. The question was just, how do I get there? How do I get to America? No one had the money to travel or anything. But one day I was fortunate enough to see a bodybuilding magazine. And on the cover was this very muscular guy. Mr. Universe becomes Hercules' star. His name was Reg Park. I read the article as fast as I could, learning about how he grew up in Leeds in England, poor, and how he trained 5 hours a day, every single day, and trained and trained and trained, and then he finally became Mr. Great Britain. And then became Mr. Universe. And then he won a second Mr. Universe title and a third Mr. Universe title. And then all of a sudden he landed in Rome in Cinecittà doing Hercules movies. And as I read, I became more and more certain. I had that vision very clearly laid out. To be a champion on that same stage where he won the Mr. Universe. And then to move to America, then get into movies. From that moment on, everything that I did, no matter how hard I had to work, or how much I had to struggle, it didn't matter because I knew what the purpose was and I found my passion. Always discover your vision and the rest will follow.
So secret number 1, find your vision. So Arnold grew up in Austria. It was after the war and people were very poor and it was virtually impossible to move to the United States. But nevertheless, he had a vision. His vision was to become a movie star. The vision was clear to him very early on in his life. And everything that he did was to work towards that vision, to make that vision possible. So the question is, what is your vision? What do you want to do with your life? you better have a clear vision. Otherwise, you're just drifting through life. You don't know what you want, and you just let things happen randomly, and you're not going to get anywhere like that. You must be laser focused. You must know what you want, and you must work towards it. Have a clear vision. Let's continue.
Now my second rule is
Let's do it again.
Never ever think small. You have to go and shoot for the stars. I didn't just think about being in movies. No, I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to have above the title building. I wanted to become the highest paid entertainer. I basically wanted to be another John Wayne. What's wrong with that? Never think small, think big.
So number 2 secret of Arnold Schwarzenegger's success is that he thinks big. And that is what we say in this channel too. Shoot for the stars. Dream big. Think big. So your goals must be something that's seemingly impossible. If you know exactly how to reach your goal, then your goal is too small. It has to be something that is huge, massive. You don't really know how to do it, but you know you want it and you will do whatever it takes. And that's how you're going to grow as a person, as a human being, and that is how your life will be interesting and meaningful, and you will make a difference in the world. Let's continue on.
Is ignore the naysayers.
Oh yeah.
I think it is natural that when you have a big vision and big dreams and you have big goals, that people are gonna say around you, I don't think it can be done. I think it's impossible. I mean, it started right away when I was 15 years old and I became a bodybuilder. Right at the top when I said, I want to be a world champion in bodybuilding, I want to be Mr. Universe. They immediately said, are you crazy? Bodybuilding is an American sport, forget about it, that's nuts. And then when I wanted to go into show business, after I won 13 world championship titles in bodybuilding, I said, I want to be like Reg Park. I want to be a Hercules, I want to get into movies. Well, I tell you, when I met those agents and managers, their reaction was, oh, Arnold, that is so funny. You want to be what, a leading man? Oh, come on. I mean, look, first of all, let's start with your body. You're gigantic, you're like a monster. And then your accent, oh, it gives me the chills just listening to your German bullshit. Come on now. Have you ever seen an international movie star with a German accent? It doesn't happen. Forget about that. And then your name, what is it, Schwarzen, Schnitzel or something like that? People are gonna storm the theater and the movie houses because Schwarzen Schnitzel is starring in a movie. Oh yeah, I can see that already. Imagine that. Everywhere I turned, they said, no, it won't happen, it's not gonna happen, and forget about it. Luckily, I did not listen. I started taking acting classes, English classes, even accent removal classes. I ran around all day saying lines like, a fine wine grows on a vine. All of a sudden, I got a little break. All of a sudden, I got a TV show, a little part, then another little part, and then Pumping On and Stay Hungry, and then of course I landed the big role of Conan the Barbarian. So finally I got the big break. And you know what was so interesting about it was the director said at the press conference, if we wouldn't have had Schwarzenegger with those muscles, we would have had to build one. And then when I did Terminator, James Cameron said the I'll be back line became one of the most famous movie lines in history because of Arnold's crazy accent, because he sounded like a machine. So as you see, everything that the naysayers said was a liability became an asset. Ignore the naysayers.
Ignore the naysayers. When you have big dreams, big goals, when you work hard trying to accomplish your goals and change the world, everyone around you, your friends, your family, everyone around you is going to doubt you. They're gonna say it's not possible, you're crazy. They're gonna even say bad things about you on the internet and so on. But you have to endure it, you have to suffer through it, and you must ignore it. Because most of them are wrong, right? The people that are criticizing you, the people that are saying no to you, the people that are doubting you, they are fucking losers. People are shit, right? Why listen to them? Look at them from head to toe. Where are they? If they have accomplished nothing in their life, why are you listening to them? Right? Ignore the people that doubt you. Ignore the people that are naysayers. Focus on your goals and dreams. You're doing this for yourself, not for other people. You're doing this for yourself. So ignore what your employees are saying. Ignore what your friends, your family are saying. They're most likely wrong. Focus on your goals. Let's continue on.
The fourth rule is work your ass off. You never want to fail because you didn't work hard enough. It doesn't matter what area you're in. No pain, no gain. Listen, when I came to the United States, I remember that I trained 5 hours a day, every day, and I was managing a construction business. I was a bricklayer, and I went to college also, and I took acting classes from 8 o'clock at night to 12 o'clock midnight. Every day I did that. Work your butt off. That's what I always believe. No matter what you do, work, work, work. My fifth and last rule is
rule number 4 from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Work your ass off. What I say is hard work gives you luck, right? So you don't want to fail because you didn't put in enough hard work, right? You have big dreams, you have a vision, but you are lazy, you sit at home, you do nothing, and nothing happens. That is a very, very pathetic way to fail. Of all the reasons that you fail, you do not want to fail because you did not work hard enough. Because that's something that's easily accomplished. You just need a little bit of discipline. You just need to wake up in the morning and want to actually get to the routine and get to what you need to do and accomplish your goals, right? Don't fail because you didn't work hard enough. It's a stupid reason to fail. Let's continue on.
don't just take, give something back. Tear down that mirror that makes you always look at yourself. And you will be able to look beyond that mirror, and you will see the millions and millions of people that need your help. And this is why I tried to take every opportunity that I could to give something back. I started training Special Olympians. I started after-school programs for the most vulnerable children, for inner city children, to make them be able to say no to drugs, no to gangs, and no to violence. We all can create change, whether it is in our neighborhood or in our local schools, because the bottom line is, it is up to us. Have a vision, think big, ignore the naysayers, work your ass off, and give back and change the world. Because if not us, who? If not now, when?
Number 5, give back, right? So after you are successful in whatever that is you desire, think about how you can benefit society. Think about how you can give back to people, right? That's what Arnold is saying. And the way I would say it is that put money first, right? Make sure that you make a lot of money in your youth, in your 20s, in your 30s. So when you have a lot of money, then you can spend the rest of your life doing things that you believe are important. You can go save the animals. You can go save the planet. You can save the whales. You can save the buffaloes. You can save the poor children. You can do whatever you want. But you cannot do any of those things if you don't have money. So that's what I say, always put money first. Take care of money first, and then for the rest of your life, you can do anything you want. Whether it is to benefit society, it is to benefit school children, it is to benefit the elderly, to improve education, whatever it is, it all takes money. So take care of money first, and then you can think about changing the world. So Arnold, at the end, posed the question, if not us, who? If not now, when? Question is, if not you, then who? And if you don't do it now, then when are you going to do it? So in summary, 5 rules to Arnold Schwarzenegger's success. And I think it's the 5 rules of anyone's success. I think anyone who's successful must have the same rules, right? Because these are like the fundamentals of success. Number one, you must have a vision. You must know where you want to go and what you want to achieve in your lifetime. And number two, you must think big, right? You must challenge yourself. You must do things that you think are impossible. You must aim high and reach for the stars. So number three, you must ignore the naysayers, because when you have big goals, big dreams, everyone's gonna doubt you. Your employees, your family, your friends, everyone around you is gonna say, no, you can't do it. And it is up to you to ignore them and focus on your goals and dreams. Number four is work your ass off, because you do not want to fail because you didn't put in the work. That is the worst reason to have to fail at what you do. And number five, give back to society. And my way of saying it is putting money first. You know, take care of money. When you have a lot of money, you can do anything you want without money, and that's when you truly can benefit society. Because when you're poor and you say, let's save the planet, nobody gives a shit. You can't do shit. You can't help anybody. Don't be a fucktard and take fucking action.